The songs of the river end not at her banks, but in the heart of those who have loved her. Our sacred river Ganga starts in the laps of the Himalayas and is formed by commune of rivers Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. Beautiful cloudy weather, a splendid view, some lone time. We ended up sitting here for hours. Set in the banks of Ganges, Tapovan is a lively place with an alternative vibe, known for its yoga ashrams, adventure sports, laid-back terrace cafes providing river view, and roadside vendors selling quirky cloths and crafts. The most popular place to visit is, however, the Lakshman Jhola. Lakshman Jhola is an iron suspension bridge connecting the two villages of Tapovan, Tehri and Paudi Garhwal, where we were staying. As per legends, Lakshman Bhagwan crossed the river on a bridge made of jute ropes, where the current bridge is present and is used mainly by the pedestrians. After we crossed the Lakshman Jhola and came to the Tehri Garhwal side of Tapovan, we found ourselves a little cafe where we could sit for hours and enjoy the breathtaking view. In no time, we reached Beetles Ashram, which is officially known as 84 Kutiya or 84 huts. There was something mystical about the place. Unusual stone-studded pot-shaped buildings, the emptiness and silence, it all added to the historical vibe of the ruins. Our story goes back to the 60s. Here, Maharshi Mahesh Yogi imparted training on transcendental meditation technique designed by him. His disciples used to stay in the ashram in these buildings, which we see as ruins now. And many of them contain graffitis, some related to Beatles and some to spirituality. The ashram gained attention when the Beatles visited and studied meditation here. It was considered the band's most productive period as songwriters. The site was abandoned in the 90s and it went back to the government. Since then, the trespassers on the ashram site had taken to leaving graffitis as a tribute to Beatles. Later, in 2015, it was opened to public to perpetuate the glorious history of the band in India. A relaxing, peaceful evening is one of the life's greatest pleasures. We chose to spend our evening in the Beatles Cafe, a quaint little cafe dedicated to 60s music and Beatles, of course. While savoring our eats, we enjoyed a breathtaking view of the Ganges and later a lovely sunset. Imagine there is no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. We waited here till dusk to witness a lit Ram Jhula against the evening sky. And the view was worth the wait. Both of us believe that one comes closer to a place after one has known about the local flora and fauna. We were in Himalayas and we are fans of the bird world. So we landed up doing a trek by the Patna Falls to have a peek into the lives of these lovely creatures, the Himalayan birds. We stopped and explored the Patna Waterfalls as it was en route our birding trail. Little caves, dripping stalactites, a drizzly flow of the stream added to the beauty of the place. We did some snacking in the shops by the falls and went ahead with the trek. If one has come to a place as holy as Rishikesh, one cannot go back without visiting a temple. So early morning, we drove to the city to visit a few temples. We arrived at the Bharat Temple, a very old and one of the most sacred temples. Sometimes all we want is sit quietly by each other. Just feel the moment and soak in the vibe, because we know these would be the last moments in this beautiful valley. And these moments will be cherished for a long